One of the biggest events in Merimbula is the Eat Festival. This is an annual event which draws thousands of people to the Sapphire Coast to experience the best food this area has to offer. What I love about events like the Merimbula Eat Festival is that you can experience delicious food from producers local to the area. Merimbula is on Australia's Oyster Coast, so we couldn't come to the Eat Festival in Merimbula without trying some fresh oysters. So we've got two types of Kilpatrick oysters here. We've got the sponge Kilpatrick, which has Pambula bacon and Disaster Bay Chili's Worcestershire sauce. And then we've got the Tim's Chili Patrick, which has Disaster Bay Chili's chili sauce and Pambula bacon and Vega cheese. So they're freshly shucked in front of us, cooked to order, and they look absolutely amazing. The saltiness of the bacon works perfectly with the freshness of the oysters, and I love how the Worcestershire sauce just brings it all together. Here's the Tim's Chili Patrick. I love that bright, sharp taste of the Vega cheese and the sponginess of that oyster. Now, we actually met the producers from Disaster Bay Chili's, so it was really great to sample their products with some fresh local oysters.
So this stall is the Merimbula Aquarium and Wharf restaurant. They've got a gin-cured salmon dish. So this was $12. And this just looks so colourful and very yummy. I really like this pink, vibrant colour of the salmon. The taste is a little bit salty, but very smooth.
I really love the different mix of cuisines at the Eat Festival, and this paella really caught my eye. It's so vibrant and it's got fresh seafood. They have been selling like hotcakes. I think this is about the 5th batch of massive paella that I've seen them make so far. So I am really excited to see what all the fuss is about. Now this is $15, so I can see mussels, I can see prawns, I can see calamari. Oh. Yum, yum. So this was made by the same people that used to own Frankie Cafe, which is another great place to eat in Merimbula. It is so tasty. I love the mix of spices in there. The seafood is super fresh and super tasty.
A Pinch of Yum Catering is a local restaurant serving Korean-style chili and local honey skewers. So these just look amazing. So they're just marinated in that chili and honey, and it comes on a bed of rice, and there's some veggies as well, a bit of coriander. It looks great. That chili marinade gives it a slight bit of heat, and then you've got the sweetness of that honey. It's also drizzled in sesame seeds, which give it a bit of a nutty taste too. It's a real shame because we missed out on the Eastwood donuts. They sold out like hotcakes. Well, they sold out like really hot donuts. So make sure you get in really quick if you're here next year.
Every day is just made better with gelato. So this is Bianchini Gelato. They've got a really cute store out here at Merimbula Eat Festival, and I love chocolate gelato. Oh, so good. They're based in Pambula and their gelatos are to die for.
So the Wagyu Sandos sliders behind me are really popular. They're from Valentino's. Now they're a one-hatted restaurant in Merimbula, and unfortunately they're going to close by Mother's Day, but hopefully they're going to open again into something bigger and better. We saw the really massive crowds for the Valentino's stand, so we thought we'd try it for ourselves. So this is the Wagyu Sandos slider. So it's got Wagyu beef on the inside, and I think it looks like there's some chimichurri sauce in there as well, and a nice brioche bun. So this wasn't cheap at $15, but I'm sure it's going to be really tasty. So I really like how soft that brioche bun is, and that steak is so savoury and salty, and I really like that it's medium rare too. That's my preferred style of steak. Premium ingredients for a premium price.
The highlight of the Merimbula Eat Festival was the annual Oyster and Spoon race. It's a light-hearted event and so much fun to watch.
What's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to have an oyster and spoon race where our runners will start at the end of the bar. They will take an oyster on their spoon, run down to our expert oyster shuckers. They will shuck the oysters. The runners will run back to the start, eat their oysters, grab another one, run back down to the shuckers and do it all again. Dave, as a handicap, you must run in the boots. So Dave, please come and collect your boots.
We want a nice clean race here. The last 2 years there's been a bit of push and shove. We want to see a nice clean race.
And they're off and racing. Oh, the second missed the start. Dave Orange in the boots. He's struggling too top 10. He's got some ground to make up. Up there, the oyster shuckers are shucking as fast as they can. And that from New South Wales Tourism Authority is about to get out of the way. Long stockings out in front. John from the Wharf. He strides. Look at those long strides. He's got a good gallop on him. And here comes Nat. Dave Orange making up some ground. Oh, Gav from North of Eden. Gin. He's eating his oyster straight away. You can tell he loves it. Out in front. Dave's coming back. Down the outside at a rate of knots. The boots have done nothing. The rest of the shucking. Here we go. He's dropped his oyster. Oh no, the Wharf. Dave's coming back. He's got to eat his oyster. Put his hands up over his head. Oh my goodness, we have a winner. Dave. Boots. Long stocking come in second. Nat. There's a third place. We might need a photo finish.
Look what I've got here. I've got one of the Eastwood's donuts. So I like to thank my guardian angel, Sally from Southbound Escapes in Narooma. She was able to save one for me, and I'm so excited to see this. They sold 700 donuts, and they were sold out by around 11 o'clock. So in 1 hour they were gone. So this is hot property. Yum. So this donut looks like it's got a pecan and caramel filling in there. Wow. This looks so good. Oh, it's like a candied pecan caramel filling. Oh, yum. Oh, that's so good. There's even some custard in there as well. Oh, this is such a decadent donut. And take it from me, if you're at the Eat Festival next year, I'll make a beeline for Eastwood's Donuts. You need to get in or you will miss out. Behind me is North of Eden Gin Distillery. So they're doing some gin tasting and I'm going to go check them out.
Do you want to try the whole lot?
Why not?
Let's do it. So we'll start you off with our oyster shell vodka. So we are here on the far south coast, also known as the Oyster Coast. We are surrounded by oyster farms, as you can see right behind you, as you've probably tasted along your way down today. We also add shells to the base spirit as well while we're distilling it, and the heat and the alcohol extract the calcium compounds from the shell and give it a creamy texture on the palate. The vodka is meant to be flavourless and tasteless, so the only way you can make it different is by adding texture to it.
Oh.
Bottoms up.
So people ask me how to drink it. Just drink it straight out of the freezer, really. So this one, it's going to hit your palate. It's going to be nice and light, big citrus flavours, and then dissipate quite quickly. It's much more complex than the last one. Australian Gin of the Year. We were the first people to make an oyster shell gin. Now there's about 30 other companies that do it.
Now, I never thought I'd enjoy beer, but Frog's Hollow Brewing Company has changed all of that for me. So come and check them out at the Eats Festival. The lovely guys, they've got a huge selection of beers. They're all really different, really tasty, and a must visit. These frozen cosmos from Longstocking Brewery really caught my eye. They're so nice and pink coloured and they taste as good as they look.
When visiting Merimbula for the Eat Festival, we stayed at the Sea Spray Motel. We loved the luxurious feel of their split-level executive-style apartment. This motel caters to over 18s, is just a short walk to the town centre and is perfect for travelling couples like us. We highly recommend staying at the Sea Spray Motel when visiting Merimbula.
So that wraps up the Eat Festival in Merimbula. I've had such a great time, and this place really showcases the best of what the Sapphire Coast has to offer for food and boutique drinks. So if you want to know more about Merimbula and the Sapphire Coast, we've got plenty more travel and food vlogs coming up, so be sure to subscribe. We are Bucket List Travellers. See you next time.